Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is in your area right now. Um, just wanted to update you a little bit about what I'm doing with my little project here. And I've stitched on some more things. Actually, I don't know where I was when I ended my last one, but I added like this here little bead here. I added some buttons here. I added a piece of trim up here. I added this little border around that much of it, that yellow and blue. I think that's so pretty. I added some beads right here. I have just these string beads, and I decided I want to have some of these. These are not, they're just like, I always call them Mardi Gras beads, but they're put together, they don't come apart. And so, but they're nice, easy to couch onto things. And so I couched that little piece that was on the image of this car, and that was around the windshield there. I gave the Statue of Liberty some purple hair. I think she looks much better with purple hair. And put a couple safety pins on her dress and a couple buttons. And that's what I did with her. And then I figured this part might be finished. Maybe not though. You never know. I don't never think anything's ever finished. So then I just moved on down a little bit, and I had these two pieces of lavender like lace that was sent to me quite a long time ago from Dye Dye over there in yeah, I can't think of the name of that place. Never can think of that name of that place. New Zealand. And she sent me a whole box of purple and lavender and all the colors. And these were in there. And so I've got them on there. I just stitched them on and then put the beads around the edge, just couched them on of each one of them. And then this flower now, I had got a bunch of little things. I can't go to yard sales anymore, but I can go to yard sales online. And so Becca was having a yard sale, and she had a bundle of just cut little pieces, just little pieces of fabrics. And I thought, um, I'll take those. So she had the whole bundle for like $1. It was a whole bunch. And so I said, yeah, I think I want those. But there was a couple of these flowers. Well, the fabric is almost like a linen-y kind of fabric. And so, see, this flower here looked just like this one. But I took it and I just kind of ruffled it up there, unironed it, and just like this. And then look what happens to that flower. Look what happened. Isn't that gorgeous? So now this one is going to go on here too. I gathered up the center of it a little bit with just a cross stitch and gathered it up here and put that on there. It might still get a button. It may get a button there. Or I wonder what happens if I scrunchel up one of these little squares. What happens? There's quite a few of those little squares. Look at that, how it just shreds. I'm telling you, I might just do that. Just put a little square in the middle. This here project is just anything goes. I started with a panel, these little panels of these little ladies. It goes all the way down. It's things 50 inches long. And as I move on, I'll just, as I fill one up with things, I'll just move on to the next piece. And here I've got a lot of room to put more things. And like nothing has to match, nothing even, just if it's pretty. If it's pretty. If it's ugly, you might not want to put it on there. And but look at that when you scrunch that up like that, how pretty that is. And she sent a couple bigger ones too, round. But now the round ones, I wonder if I can get that paper off of the back. But no, maybe not. So what if I just crunchel up the part that doesn't have the paper on the back? That's kind of fun. And so yeah, that's my plan. My plan is there is no plan. That's my plan. There is no plan. And so, but I think, yeah, I think I will go ahead and put that button. See, if I just put the button, then the yellow on the yellow, that just doesn't really show up. But if I put that little, like a burnt orange square piece, and then if I just stitch that button onto there, and that's the way I do it. I just put them on there and then tie it. Tie it on there so the button doesn't escape. I could even go with a little bit of meditative slow stitching even around the flower petals one day. I'm not going to do that today. I don't feel like doing that today. But you know, sometimes you might feel like just doing some meditative stitching. I was watching a young lady. I hadn't watched her before, but she makes meditative. I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget what she said. Because then I forgot where I put the paper that I wrote it down on. Oh, here. Meditation book. There was one lady, she does a hand-stitched contemplation cloth, and another lady that did the meditation book. I should have remembered. Oh, I can look at my history and see where I've been. That history tells me where I've been. But you know, sometimes you might be working on something like this for a while, and then you know you have all your things around. Maybe, well, I do anyway. I just have everything just scattered about here that I might add, and so, and then sometimes you just, or I want to just switch to something different, and so after watching this girl with her meditation book, I said, well, I've always got just fabrics, just fabric, and I love this here piece of denim. They do this. This was off of a pair of blue jeans, and I don't know. They do that somehow to make it like all that rankled looking, and it's dyed like that. And so I'm going to take that piece. I'm going to take that part and save this piece for something. And let me see. Now I'll go up this way. Now, there you go. Now this could be the cover of my meditation book, or a page in my meditation book, maybe not the cover. And this is a perfect square. I don't really, let me see, what do I have here? Oh, I just have stuff. What do I want to do with this? I want some different kind of shapes and stuff. So if I do like this, oh, maybe, oh, I know what I want to do. I don't want it to fold. Okay, I don't want it to fold. Now, that's better. I have more freedom if it's not folding. Don't want it to fold. Okay, so then I can put this page here, and then I can put this page. Oh, wait a minute, let me get one of these heavier. This is some heavy. These pieces here were sent to me by Laura Vasquez. She is just absolutely an amazing lady. And she has sent me beautiful gifts of fabrics just fabrics, and there's such a big collection. And this last box she sent me, it was all of these, or not all, but a whole lot of these, which were samples actually of upholstery fabric. And so I'm going to use some of that upholstery fabric, and I'm going to use some of different fabrics, but I'm not going to make a whole lot of pages on here. Not really measuring them, just sort of eyeball measuring them. Now let's see if I put this piece in here. And then this is like a little quilt square. And here's another one of the denims. Put that there. And then I have everything, I'm telling you. I have more stuff than, look at this piece now. I'm going to go ahead and just cut the corner off of that piece and make this about like this. And it looks like it's getting thick enough now that it will be a book. Look how pretty this one was with the flowers. I like these flowers. And so what if I put that on here, and then that will kind of make the front of the book. There, now let's put these out of the way, because I can make something else with all this stuff, because I'm a maker. I'm a maker, I'm telling you. I'm a maker. I can make stuff. I can make stuff. Oh, look at this. I like that piece. I like that piece. Let's see. Right here. Oh, I had two of these pieces. Okay, so I don't need that one in there. I'm going to put this piece in here. So I just have this one end lined up here. So this one's kind of long, so I'm going to turn that one up. And turn that up over there, because then that'll end up being like a little pocket on that page. And see, that's just right there. There we go. See? Now, if I just clip that together here with this, so it'll kind of stay in place. Another clip there? No, probably not. Okay, so then, let's see, I know I've got a threaded needle right here. Oh, it's not very long thread, but it might be long enough. Move stuff out of the way. But see, I like having more than one thing going at one time. I probably even like having more than 10 things going at one time. And then, because, you know, when you wake up in the morning, you don't know what you're going to want to do. You might want to just do nothing. No, I don't ever not just want to do nothing. I want to do something every day, but I don't always want to do the very same thing every day. So sometimes, you know, I got on a diamond art journey where I did just diamond art for, I don't know, 6 days in a row or something. Didn't do anything but diamond art. And this down here on this end. And that's all I did. They're all done now. All of them I finished. Because when you're doing diamond art, it's kind of hard to work on it a little while and then put it away. It's easier just leave it right on the table and then come back to it. And so I'm now just doing like a little running stitch right along the edge, and that's the binding of the book. That's the binding of my meditation book. So I'm going to keep going with that till I get to the other end, right to the other end. Papa just went out for. I have this one plant. I got to tell on Papa. I swear, that man. I tell him I'm gonna get my money back. How do I get my money back on a husband that you're not allowed to murder? Murder's illegal, so I can't murder him. But I have this one. Well, I have a whole bunch of snake plants, but one of them is in a pot, and that thing started blossoming. And I mean, that blossom on that plant was about 8 feet tall, about that tall. Ray, if you're watching, remember when you were here and we saw that plant was budding out, that one plant outside? Okay, well, it has taken like forever, and it had blossomed out, and at the top, it was like a silk mop at the top, a silk. And every day you could look at it, and it would be looking a little bit different. And so last night, Jennifer, my daughter, came to pick up Jeffrey, and she comes in. She goes, "Mom, where is the flower?" I said, "What flower?" She goes, "On the snake plant. It's gone." I said, "It can't be gone." And so we went out there and looked, and sure enough, it wasn't there. And you could look right there where it had was coming out of, and you could see that it had been cut off because the stem was big around. It was probably, at least that big, the stem of the flower, size of a cigar. Everything's the size of a cigar. I'm going back up a little bit on here just because there's still some more thread. And so it was gone like a gone goose. It was gone. And so then after a while, Papa come out here because he had already done gone to bed. I said, "Papa, you didn't know anything about that flower, how it just disappeared off of that plant." He goes, "What flower?" And so I told him, I showed him the flower. He goes, "Oh, I cut that off and threw it in the garbage. I thought it was a weed." I threatened to cut off his family jewels, I'm telling you. But it's not a big deal anymore because that one was in a pot. But out by the driveway, there's a whole patch of these mother-in-law tonsors, snake plants, and there's 8 of them that are budding out. So I threatened him with his life. Well, sort of his life. I said, "Don't you be cutting them over there." And he cut it off and threw it in the garbage can. He thought it was a weed. That's not the first time he drugged something up and thought it was a weed. Bless his heart. But what I call weeds and what he calls weeds is 2 different stories. And so now look at my book. So no, I won't throw him away. I'm still keeping him for life. But now here, see? Now see how that book, that's just how quickly, just with those scraps of fabric, different kinds of fabric. The girl that I was watching doing this, she had all just one kind of hand dyed linens and they were just solid colors, natural colors. And so, but you don't have to have that. You can have just whatever. Look at how as you turn these pages, just that much, and you turn the pages, and how is that beautiful? It's just beautiful. And so then what you do is then I've got some of this sashiko thread, and look at how, if you can see that thread, there's about 4 inches of a color, 5 inches, 6 inches, and then it changes color. It just keeps changing color. I love this thread. And I got that off of Amazon. And I almost used it all up. And so, and when you get that, you get it in a hank. The first time I got some, the first time I got it, I tried winding it all up. Oh my gosh, I had the worst trouble with knots and knots and knots. then I found, oh no, I don't need to do that. I just got the hank open as far as I could open it. And now I'm pulling something off of there. And then I just cut it. And so now each one of the pieces is about a yard long, and that's all that I need anyway. And so then on your book, now, then you will just start a page. I'm going to just use this denim because the denim is easy to see for right now. But next time I stitch in my meditation book, I might not want to stitch on the denim. I might, and all I'm going to do in this whole book is nothing but a, I don't want to use the word thoughtless, but just a running stitch. It's just a running stitch in and out. Look at that. Don't make it too big. You don't make it of a small size. And this is something you could even have a little pouch with your book in it, and a needle and a scissor and a thread, and have it in your purse. So if you're going and waiting at the doctor's office, and you can just that's the only place me and Pop go near about anymore. And so, but yeah, you can sit there and stitch, and you know, it's a no thought thing. It's a no thought. You're just meditating. You're just, you know, you don't even have to be thinking. You know, meditating, you're not even thinking. You just kind of just let the needle and thread entertain you, I guess, you know. But I'm gonna just keep this here, medication. I'm going to I pulled that part a little too tight, so I have to loosen it. There we go. But I really like doing white on denim. If you have just a white thread, oh gosh, that's so pretty. And just go back and forth. Just go back and forth. And you might at times just decide maybe you wanna sew something onto it, sew something onto a page. You can do that. There's absolutely no rules to this, except there's no rules. There's no measurements. There's no rules. You just keep on stitching. And it's small, so it being small, did I get my soap today in the mail? Oh, let me see. Skeeter? It's soap. Bring me my soap. My son started making soap. Well, my son isn't making it, his daughters. And, okay, this is garbage. Put it away. Ha! Now, let's see. We just get this one little row, and then I got to check out my soap. This is the first batch of soap that my son didn't. His wife and his children made it. My son did not do anything. There we go. See, now I can take this, and I can just put this needle right here. Look at there. And I can shut that book, put that book off to the side, and look at here. This just came in the mail. Oh, see there, it comes from Concho, Arizona. And we're going to open this up. We're going to see what's in here. I've ruined these scissors already. So. Let's see. Let's see what we have. Look at that. R-E-J Simplicity. R-E-J is for Renee, Elizabeth, and Jeremiah. That's the 3 children that he's got with him over there. Well, his wife is Jamie, so. And that's what they call their little soap business. So here, oh my gosh. Here's the soap. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Oh. Oh. He made it in a, they use lavender essential oil. Oh my word. Gosh, I wish they had smell-o-vision so you could smell this. This is my bar soap. That is nice. And this is from their first batch. And that is amazing. That's amazing. That is so pretty. They're going to be making like oatmeal soap and stuff. I forget what all he told me that he's going to make, but yeah, thank you. And that's amazing. Handmade soap. There's nothing better than handmade soap. So thank you, Skeeter and well, thank you, Jamie and Renee and Elizabeth and Jeremiah. You might have seen he's got a little channel up now, or Jamie does that. Yeah, don't that can go in the bathroom, honey. You don't have to bring it here. But he's got a little video where they were making this soap. Oh my, because they make it and then they put it in the molds and then they got to let it set for so long before they can take it out of the mold and then slice it. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Skier. That's gorgeous. That's wonderful. I can't, it smells so good. Oh, that smells good. So, yep, that's going to be used tonight in my shower. So anyhow, that's all I wanted to show you, really. You just got lucky and got to see my soap. That was just extra. That was just extra. So anyway, I think he is going to sell it. But like to send this to me, it costs him $5.75. Just to send the 1 bar of soap. But so that if the soap is, I don't know how much he's going to charge for the soap. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you today. What I'm doing is I'm working on my scroll, I guess you would call it. I was calling it a roly-poly. I think I'm just going to call it a roly-poly because then, you just roll it up. And I'm going to do stuff on the other side too, so it'll be on both sides of my roly-poly by the time, like this one, see? This one here is like pretty much finished, but it's worked on both sides. It's a roly-poly. Yeah, I'm just going to call it a roly-poly. That's what it is. And so this one's got my beautiful ladies. And on the side, on the back side of it, it's going to be, oh, I can't lose this piece of paper. I'll put that in there with my soap. That's real soap, Papa.
Real soap?
Yeah. Them kids made it. But anyway. So that's that. And this is my meditation stitch book, my meditation book, which I'll do nothing in this thing but stitch. When I want to, I can just add a page, put a page in, and start stitching. Oh, Lady Witch fell in a ditch. She found a penny and thought she was rich. So she bought a needle and thread and started to stitch. Oh, Lady Witch who fell in a ditch. So I could be a songwriter in my next life. See, look at that. If that isn't just gorgeous. If that isn't just the most gorgeous well, trying to get just one thread through, not both threads. There you go. And see there? And that's just will be that page in the book. That's pretty. You know, if I wanted to, I could put this here flare right on the front of it. I could put that flare just right there on the front of it. And that could be on the front of my book. It could be. And but anyhow, that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. So that's I'm just gonna sit right here in my spot still for probably the rest of the day because that's just what I do best. Sit on my boom. But let's see if we can find if our ancestors have anything good to say to us today. We have found that they usually always have something good to say. So we'll see today what good something they have to say. Let's see if I can find um, these two. Maybe it was the same lady that did both of these. I just go flipping through channels and then I just sometimes just hit on somebody that I just really like watching. Some of them I just don't really, well, I can't say I really don't like watching them. It's just some of them just don't connect with my way of thinking. You know, they're a little bit too directional and professional, and they do things right. And boy, but when I find somebody that doesn't have any rules, man, I am stuck on them like white on rice. I'm telling you. Okay, here, let's see what they have to say. Oh, wait a minute, I lost my glasses. Oh, well, I'll try and read without my glasses. I don't see them. Okay. Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken for you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Oh my God, yes. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into the vibrations of well being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant. True. So be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. We have talked about that so much. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? That's what it says down here. But we have talked about that so much. It's the journey, not the destination. That's why when we look at something like this, we enjoy what we're doing. We enjoy it, what we're doing, and while we are doing it. We're not saying, well, we have to have this finished by 10 o'clock next Tuesday. There is no deadline. It doesn't even have to be finished. It's the destination. Just like this little meditation book here. I am going to put that flower on the front. This, there's no destination for that. There's no end. If I get that filled up with stitches, I might could add another chapter onto the back. You never know, because there's no rules. When there is no rules, and look at this, how the shaggedy raggedy ends of that. I just love them shaggedy raggedy ends. So what if I take this piece and just make it like round? There's a lot of times I'll say, well, wonder what'll happen if then I do something. So now it's kind of roundish and flat. Now, see that? If you're watching, Becca, these are your scraps. These are just your scraps you said you were just playing with. So there, wrinkle it up, and look at how that just razzle dazzled all the way around the edge. I love this fabric. I wonder what that is. because it just, look at how it just frays. It just frays like it's Mother Nature. That's beautiful. Okay, well, I could take all of those little strings I just put on there, pulled off of there. I could put them right there. And when I stitch that flower on there, I could just leave them strings right in the middle of it and stitch, couch them on. Just couch them on. How, I didn't even think about it. They just fell on there. Okay, so that's about it. I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. Keep you healthy and happy. Healthy, please. Happy, please. And keep you safe. You need to be safe. And know you're loved because you are loved. And most of all, you need to love yourself so that you can love others. Okay. Did you have anything to say, Papa?
Y'all take care now. Be careful.
Okay. Papa says take care and be careful. Okay, love you guys. Thanks for watching. And come back to another video later on in life. God bless you all.